Dear colleagues, if you know that the Turkish citizens who live in Moscow mostly voted for the Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The first part of my topic will be the situation how estimate Ukraine military forces, military troops around Bakhmut. According to the evidences and data of the defense ministers of the Ukraine, in particular the Vice Minister Anna Malyar, the Ukraine forces cleared in the north part of in the Bakhmut. This is a story, a pro, confident Arbatska Square. Also, this is attack in the Bakhmut town. Also, the Ukraine have win one blocks in Bakhmut. So, despite statement of Volodymyr Zelensky, in particular in German, how the Ukrainian forces have not suffered weapon, ammunition, and others. The Ukraine in the Bakhmut during the all front, according to Russian media and Russian Arbatska Square, also the data ISW, have attack on the Russian trench and fortification building. So this is so this is a fact. Military forces must do the ask of and Russian manager company must ask of historians to find previously analogy this situation. And I must tell this is they they will find analogy very easy, but with the so-called operative powers. Here, operative powers for the statements, Krevo statements, noisily statements, commands of the ЧВК Wagner, Evgeny Prigozhin. So the and yeah, so the historians get the task, and so by the wave of this statement and the reaction of the Russian managing company, the Washington Post had published information how the Evgeny Prigozhin had contact with the Ukraine intelligence service. This is despite about this is news. Russian media officials Evgeny Prigozhin personality and Ukraine and denies of it that theoretically there's a contact maybe due to not only in the Ukraine the contact may be for the about the in Chad, Mali, and another South West Africa, where private military film Wagner had to take place. Had to take place, and theoretically, so the intelligences must be calculated any variant, and the Washington Post. This is a very seriously paper. Had the maybe even the made started the another information wave. So the and the second part of my topic, before the second part of my topic notably how the one of the ministers of the New York state government took part in the Ukraine story as the ordinary driver of the taxi. So this is a very warm fact for the help own trade with the to the help of Ukraine, and as said Volodymyr Zelensky in France, any help Ukraine will be kept. So the second part of my topic Jesus. This is a small comment, a small message of the economical situation in the EU. According to the last information of the European Commission, Europe, this is fortunately, avoid the recession. This recession is phantom for Europe. It is a very with the thing that they got maybe. So this is very good for the Volodymyr Zelensky, who the last point of the tourney for the four biggest economies in the Europe has been earned in the Ukraine in the towns in the 10. And so this is according to Paolo Gentiloni, the Eurocommissar of the economy in Europe. Europe will be more economy in the this year more than 1%, and the next year 1.6%. This is a very good statistical, especially for personal. For me, the Ireland will be economic growth rather than 5.5%, and certainly the average figures as 1.3 and 1.6%. So depending of the another economy. So sorry, the Sweden and Estonia. So and certainly this is need for the smoothly advanced the financial first efforts for the economical growth in the Baltic countries, including Finland and Norway. So about Estonian economy, I told a lot times, and certainly the Swedish economy had biggest technological expert. It must be efforts for this. This is a hand, in particular in the countries of the India, in the Pacific region, and certainly Australia. And here we have an equilibrium of the economical situation in Europe. Since 5.5%, this is a dream, even rather than China. So we need expert about the efforts of the Olafers. I told the visit in the Brazil rather than. So as an empty place, becoming the Africa and west of the Asia, which can will be a big consumer of the European, not only with the technologies. And certainly the another side, another hand, we have Russian the currency situation. And I think the first spent expeditious money in the first quarter when the deficit of the budget achieved the planned datas. I think the Russian monetary power will be afraid to spend money more due to not only the Russian central bank has a threat about to the increase of the interest rate. So at first when I listened information how the Russian monetary power forced the Russian export corporations to stay to the leave export money in the abroad. I thought at first this is a fake, but right now, due to the information how the Russian ordinary people, which book currency, cash currency, cash currency last year due to the first mobilization in September, if you remember. It's very interesting when the Russian thank the Ukraine story book the currency they must to the keep it in the cash form in home at home. Totally this is dangerous due to the Russian banks with the change currency policy in the generally refuse to the return currency in the cash form for the population. And so but right now due to the currency rate became more strong than ever. Russian population brought this is the cash money, cash currency, uh, into the change points, and mostly also the in the stock exchange in the Moscow stock exchange. So this is more currency. More currency will be conversion in the ruble, and this is a ruble must pass gone into the bank, into the deposits of bank, and so the biggest cash rubles. So forced to the think of the Russian central bank, and so this is and Russian ruble about right now 75 ruble for the US dollars, and Jesus. And certainly the population must be right now, or simply people who have not just assume about the more than 30 million ruble must be to buy US dollars or euros for the uh, for the holidays in this summer. So, and the last topic and the last this is idea. This is a story good for the bank system. For the bank system when the Sberbank Sberbank have a profit and going to the pay dividends. The second bank is VTB, and I must to note that the question maybe as another feature as the Evgeny Prigozhin, but only in economy. The VTB fell down, lost the profit 2.5 trillion rubles, but the have a profit of 2 trillion by the conclusion of the total of the last year, and certainly this is must be pay more dividends, more dividend than another parts of the Russian Federation. So Russian monetary power and manager group create where is the bomb condition for the VTB bank. This is breaking of the law of the concurration of the Russian. This is Russian Federation. And the last topic of the last topic of today, China China Supreme Court had punishment of the 178 men who blame the spy with the use of the United States. This is a very heavy sentence, and the the law procession, but uh, the two Australian men said State Department also had in prison two citizens of Australia, and totally mm, right now the China's counterintelligence services will be more attention for the Chinese native who available the who appearance the citizens of the another countries and working totally in the in the territory of China and Hong Kong, especially the very attention for the Hong Kong regions and Taiwan regions. So thank you.